Hello, fourth graders. It is Wednesday, April 29th, and this is just me reading through the writing lesson. You are also welcome to attend the live lesson. So we are going to locate information in our sources. Let's refresh our minds. What information are we looking for? What are we supposed to be writing? So I looked to my writing prompt, and it tells me my topic is I need to describe the westward expansion. I need to have facts, details, and quotations from my two sources. So I know what information to seek out in my sources to use in my writing: facts, details, and quotations describing the westward expansion. Now I need to think, how am I going to sort these details when I find them? The news report has 3 sections. The first section provides information, background information. Usually you try to get through the questions who, what, when, where, why, and how in that introduction. You don't always, though. And then the middle section, the body of it, will have facts, details, quotations related to my topic. And then our last paragraph will be a conclusion. So some kind of concluding statement or what the current state of my topic is. This you have to be kind of fluid with because it could change depending on the topic. So it could be any of those things based on what fits your topic best. So I'm looking at the source titled The Open Road. When I read through it, I found 3 pieces of information on this page, and I put them in the red boxes. And then I have those details typed out bigger. I know it's a little bit hard to see. You can also click Present, which is in the top right, and it will make your screen bigger. But I retyped those details in this box in the middle. And then off to the far right, I have my organization of my news report. So I can make sure that I capture all of the information I need for my news report. My first detail: the first automobiles appeared in the 1890s, powered by an electric motor instead of horses. They are called horseless carriages. So I felt like this detail tells me when the westward expansion was going to happen. It tells me where the country was or the settlers were before this expansion began, so a little background. Then I have this detail in the middle on paragraph 2. Not only were there few paved roads in those days, but there were no gas stations or road maps. So that detail is telling me where this westward expansion would take place. It would take place in areas where there weren't roads, where people didn't travel because they were limited in their travel. So I would use these details in my first paragraph, and I marked off what I think they capture in terms of what I need to capture for my news report. And then on the bottom of this page, I have another detail, and I think that detail tells me how people moved west. Maps increased as a result. The Model T helped change transportation. So this vehicle being made for human or people to purchase changed their ideals and their goals in transportation. Here's another example. I'm on the same source. So I retyped the detail here, so it's a little bit easier to see. I thought this detail tells me, why do people want to go west? Want to go west, want to go. Local merchants built gas stations, motels, and all-night diners beside the highway. Some built special attractions for tourists, so people came to see the sights. I need to do the close quotes on my quick types. So some of the reasons why people wanted to move west or travel was because there were things to see. I also found another reason why people might have moved west. Truckers began transporting goods cross country. That gave people the resources they needed in different places. So it made it possible to live elsewhere. And then I found a bit of information in this red box down here that I think would be good to use in my conclusion, because it kind of gives me the current status of this this initial road, this first road that led the way for changing the way we moved. So I am going to have snippets or little captures of the other article or the other source, and I'm going to ask you questions to help me figure out if you can find information and sort it based on what you're looking for to write a news report. All right, make sure that you practice for grammar. You can click on the blue underlined links